Department of Pharmaceutical Technology at LG Institute of Pharmacy, Ahmedabad. Welcome you to this video lecture. In this video, we will see about two differential microbial staining techniques. One that is gram staining and the another that is acid-fast staining. Let's start. Differential microbial staining technique differentiate the organisms based on the difference in their cell structure and composition. This technique involves the use of more than one staining reagent, and this staining reagent react differently with the different organisms. So two important techniques, gram staining and acid-fast staining under this category. Let's talk about the gram staining. This technique named after the scientist, bacteriologist Hans Christian Gram, who discovered this technique in 1884. So to honor the scientist, this technique is called gram staining technique. This technique differentiates the organisms in two categories, that is gram positive microorganism and gram negative organisms. And specifically if we talk about the bacteria, we differentiate the bacteria in two classes, gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria. So let's talk about the principle. So what is the reason that this staining technique classify the organisms in these two categories? That is because of the difference in their cell structure, specifically cell wall structure and composition in cell wall. That is regarding the peptidoglycan content and lipid content. So if we see this diagram, the gram positive microorganism and gram negative microorganism, specifically bacteria, the gram positive bacteria contains very thick layer of the peptidoglycan, as you can see in this diagram, whereas gram negative microorganisms contain very thin layer of the peptidoglycan. That means the content of peptidoglycan is high in case of gram positive bacteria. In gram negative bacteria, it contains the outer lipid membrane. So gram negative bacteria contains high lipid content because of this outer membrane, which is absent in case of gram positive bacteria. That means the gram positive organisms having high peptidoglycan and low lipid content, whereas the gram negative bacteria is having low peptidoglycan content and high lipid content. So what happens because of this, gram staining technique involves primary staining reagent, that is crystal violet or methylene blue, and the counter stain, that is safranin or basic fuchsin, can be used along with the decolorizer. So what happens when the bacteria are treated with the primary stain, the primary stain both gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Now this technique also involves the use of mordant. Mordant enhance the binding of the stain with the microorganism. So this technique involves the grams iodine, that is mordant. So when the specimen treated with the iodine forms complex with the crystal violet that is bound to the microorganisms, and form crystal violet iodine complex which is less water soluble compared to the crystal violet, and it is larger in size. So this complex enhance the affinity of the stain with the microorganisms, and it also prevents the leaching of the crystal violet when it is treated with the decolorizer. So in next step, when the specimen treated with the decolorizer, that is 95% alcohol or the mixture of acetone alcohol, the alcohol dehydrate the peptidoglycan that is present in high amount in gram positive bacteria. So that results into the shrinking of the peptidoglycan layer, and that reduce the permeability by closing or minimizing the pore size of the peptidoglycan layer. So because of the reduced permeability, the crystal violet iodine complex cannot come out from the gram-positive bacteria, and that results into the staining of the gram-positive with primary stain. Whereas in case of gram-negative bacteria, the alcohol dissolve the lipid, and that results into the increased permeability of the membrane in gram-negative bacteria, and peptidoglycan is also less. So that results into the decolorization of the primary stain by this decolorizer in gram-negative bacteria, and gram-negative bacteria becomes colorless. So in the next step, when we treat with the counter stain, that is safranin, what happens? The colorless gram-negative bacteria are able to pick up the counter stain and appear as a pink or red in color, whereas gram-positive bacteria already stained with the blue, purple, crystal violet cannot take up the counter stain and remain blue or purple or violet color. That is the stain of the primary stain. So that is how the gram staining technique differentiate the organism in these two categories. Now let's see about the procedure. The initial step is common with the positive staining, that is smear preparation and heat fixation. So here in this pictorial presentation of process, you can see how to prepare this smear. You have to take the source of microorganism, which can be either in liquid consistency or solid consistency. If in liquid consistency, you can take one lookful of culture on clean glass slide. Slide can be marked on bottom side with the marker. And if it is in solid consistency, then one needle point of the culture can be mixed with the 1 drop of water, and then the spreading in thin uniform layer of this culture, let it dry, and then pass through the flame of the burner 3 to 4 times quickly with the smear facing up. That results into the heat fixation of the microorganisms with slide. Fixation can also be done by using chemical fixatives like tannic acid, but in this case it is heat fixation. So now the smear is ready. I have shown the flow chart of the procedure. So for this technique we required 4 reagents. One, that is primary stain, that is crystal violet. Second, that is gram iodine solution that acts as a mordant. Decolorizer, that is 95% ethanol or mixture of equal proportion of the acetone or ethanol, and the counter stain, that is safranin or basic oxime. So after the smear preparation, flood the smear with the primary stain, wait for 1 minute for the interaction, then drain the excess reagent and wash under the slow running tap water, and then cover the smear with the mordant, that is iodine. Wait for 1 minute so that iodine can bond with the crystal violet that is bound to the organisms, and then after drain the excess iodine and wash the excess under the slow running tap water. After then, apply the decolorizer, that is 95% ethanol. So you can allow the interaction for 10 to 15 seconds, or you can treat further until you find the colorless washout. But take care, do not over decolorize the smear. Otherwise, gram-positive organisms will also get decolorized if you prolong the decolorization time. Then wash the decolorizer under the slow running tap water, and now treat the smear with a counter stain. You can wait for 1 minute and then wash out the excess counter stain under the slow running tap water, and then dry the slide. Either go for the air drying or by using the blotting paper, And now the slide is ready for the observation. One important point that is to be considered in this technique: use fresh culture. Otherwise, what happens if we use old culture, then because of the aging, the gram-positive organisms, the cell wall integrity may not be with the fresh culture, and because of the weak cell wall, the gram-positive organism may not retain the crystal violet after the decolorization step, and that results into the false result. So based on the microorganisms present in the specimen, we can see the color of the organism. For example, in the specimen that contains the gram-negative and gram-positive both bacteria, here we can see that the red colored organisms are in rod shape. That indicates the gram-negative bacilli, and the blue colored round shape, that is called cocci, that indicates the gram positive cocci. So gram positive and negative bacteria can be cocci or bacilli. For example, Staphylococcus aureus, that is cocci type of gram positive bacteria, and Corynebacterium diphtheriae, that is the bacilli, that is gram positive bacilli. Whereas the gram negative cocci, that is Neisseria meningitis, and E. coli, that is gram negative bacilli. Now let's talk about the acid-fast staining technique. In that, let's talk about the Ziehl-Neelsen staining technique. This technique was first developed by the Paul Ehrlich and later modified by the two scientists, Ziehl and Neelsen, and that's why to honor the scientists, this technique is known by this name. This technique differentiates the organisms in two categories, that is acid-fast and non-acid-fast organisms, specifically bacteria, acid-fast bacteria and non-acid-fast bacteria. This technique is used to identify the species of genus Mycobacterium and genus Nocardia. It is also used to identify the structure other than the bacteria, like bacterial endospores. Let's see about the principle behind this staining technique. This technique used to identify the acid-fast organisms. So what is there? These organisms having unique component that is waxy lipid, which is called mycolic acid, in their cell wall. And because of this mycolic acid, these organisms are resistant to the primary stain, that is ordinary water-based stain, and require the modern and special technique. So for staining acid-fast organisms, this involves the heat treatment. So, and the mordant, that is chemical mordant, that is in the form of stain, that is carbolfuchsin. Carbolfuchsin is the mixture of phenol and basic fuchsin, and this phenol is actually soluble in that mycolic acid and is having affinity for the mycolic acid, and thereby the presence of phenol, it helps to penetrate the basic fuchsin into the cell of this kind of microorganisms. So heat that acts as a physical mordant, that also helps to penetrate the carbolfuchsin into the cells of this kind of organisms. So when specimen is treated with primary stain by applying the heat treatment, it stains all kind of organism, whether acid fast or non-acid fast. But during the next step of the decolorization with acid alcohol, and in that case, the unique property of these microorganisms, that is the acid fast, because of the mycolic acid, they have acid fastness, that is the property of these organisms to resist the decolorization by the acid alcohol, and that's why they are called acid fast. So acid fast organisms do not get decolorized by acid alcohol treatment, whereas the non-acid fast organisms get decolorized and lose the primary color of the carbonfuchsin, and when treated with the counter stain, the non-acid fast organism readily pick up the color of the counter stain that can be the methylene blue or malachite green, whereas the acid fast organisms already having the color of the primary stain, they appear as bright red in color. So that is how this technique differentiate these organisms in this two category. Here you can see the bacteria that contains mycolic acid, that is very popular species of the mycobacterium, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis, responsible for the TB. And this is how the things occur when we treat the specimen with the staining reagent. Let's see about the procedure, how to perform this acid fast staining. This technique requires the three reagents. One that is called primary stain, carbonfuchsin, that is the mixture of phenol and basic fuchsin, decolorizer, that is acid alcohol, that is the mixture of hydrochloric acid with the ethanol. So that contains 3 ml of concentrated hydrochloric acid in 97 ml of 95% ethanol, and the counter stain, that is either methylene blue or malachite green. So the initial step that is common with the positive staining, that is smear preparation and heat fixation. Now after the smear is ready, this technique involves the heat treatment. So steam treatment is applied to the smear. So for that, a steam bath can be prepared by boiling the water in the beaker, and over the rim of the beaker slide can be kept with smear facing up, and that allows the heat in form of steam pass through the smear from bottom to the up. Now take care that the smear should not be in boiling condition, so control the steam generation. Also take care that there is no drying of the smear because of the evaporation of the reagent. So if required, add the additional stain to keep it in wet condition, and allow this steam treatment for at least 5 minutes. After then let it cool, and wash the excess primary stain under the slow running tap water. Then after the next step, that is the treatment with the decolorizer. So you can treat the smear with the acid alcohol for 15 to 20 seconds, or you can treat till you find that the washout is colorless. After then wash out the excess decolorizer by holding the slide under the slow running water, either from the bottle or the tap. Then the next step, that is the treatment with the counter stain. So in case of methylene blue, cover the smear and wait for the 30 seconds for the interaction. Then drain out the excess and rinse the slide under the slow running water. And then either you can go for the air drying of the slide, or you dry the slide with the blotting paper, and now the slide is ready for the microscopic observation. So this technique involves the heat treatment that acts as a physical mordant, and the use of this carbonfuchsin that contains phenol that acts as chemical mordant, and both the things helps to penetrate the basic fuchsin into the acid fast organisms. So because of this unique property of the acid fast organism, that is acid fastness, that is the presence of mycolic acid in the cell wall and the resistance to the effect of the acid alcohol for the decolorization, these organisms enable the Gill-Nielsen technique to differentiate these organisms from the other non-acid fast organisms. So observation depends on the type of organisms present in the specimen, and in this diagram you can see that the organisms appear in two different color, one that is red in color and the other that is in blue color. So that is labeled with the A. So A indicates the blue color, that is the organisms with the counter stain, that is non-acid fast organisms, and the organisms labeled as B, that is with the primary stain, that indicates the acid fast organisms. And if you look at the shape, the non-acid fast organisms are of Hokai type, that is round in shape, whereas the acid fast organisms are in the rod shape, that is bacilli. So when we talk about the acid fast staining technique, we should also remember the another technique, that is called Kenyan stain or Kenyan method, that was first discovered by the scientist Joseph Kenyon, and it is actually the modified method which was first developed by the very popular scientist Robert Koch, who is also the scientist to discover the Mycobacterium tuberculei. This technique differs from the Ziehl-Neelsen technique in that term that this Kenyon staining technique doesn't involve the steam treatment. That's why this method is also called cold method, and that's why when heat treatment is not there, it involves the high concentration of carbofluoxetine compared to the Ziehl-Neelsen technique. This technique can also modified as a weak acid fast stain by adding the 5% sulfuric acid instead of hydrochloric acid, so that the weaker organisms of acid fast type of organism can also retain the primary stain, that is carbofluoxetine, which will otherwise be decolorized by the hydrochloric acid. So that is all about the acid fast staining technique. These are the frequently asked questions regarding this topic. It can be asked like classification of the staining techniques, importance of the microbial staining techniques, then the description on the gram staining, Ziehl-Neelsen or acid fast staining, or you can be asked the brief overview on all these simple and differential staining techniques. So in conclusion, we can say that the differential staining techniques help to identify, differentiate and classify the organisms. These techniques involve the primary stain, mordant, decolorizer and counter stain. Gram staining technique differentiate the organisms in gram positive and gram negative organisms because of their difference in the cell wall structure and composition, that is the content of peptidoglycan and the lipid, and the effect of the decolorizer, that is ethanol. Acid staining technique, that is Ziehl-Neelsen technique, differentiate the organisms in two categories, that is acid fast and non-acid fast, and that is because of the unique property of the acid fast organism in terms of the presence of the waxy lipid, that is mycolic acid, which resists the decolorization by the acid alcohol decolorizer. So this is all about this two techniques. In my next video, we'll see about the biochemical tests which are used to identify and confirm the presence of particular type of organisms.